Hello and welcome to Godox Film Lighting 101. Today we're going to be creating a few different scenarios where we're using color contrast lighting. Let's check it out. Using contrasting colors can help not only establish the mood, but can also bring interest and definition to the scene. This look has become extremely popular in movies, fashion, and high-end commercials. Fortunately, Godox has the solution to replicate this high-end look with their full range of RGB lights that can give you millions of unique color combinations. So we're here today in this mid-century modern home to add color contrast lighting to an already really well-lit scene. For instance, this kitchen is already looking really nice. So what we're gonna do is add some color with some Godox TL60 tubes and a few other Godox lights to really make it come to life. Okay, so for this first setup, what we want to do is block our talent. So here's our lovely talent, and we're going to show her exactly what we want her to do. Very complex today. Today, we're going to be making a bowl of cereal. Do you think you can handle that?
I can handle that.
Okay. So the lighting is so flat. It's already really good, but we want to make it look even more interesting. So by adding some color contrast to it, it'll really make this scene pop, and it'll make a small action like just pouring a bowl of cereal look really nice. So as far as props go, we wanted to use a colorful cereal because we felt like that would help complement the color contrast style that we're about to pull off. This kitchen has a nice little cubby right here where it has a practical source already. Kitchens also have these cabinets and areas under here to hide light, so that's what we're gonna do. We have our subject placed right here, and another area we can hide lights to help balance out light from over there. And then another idea you can do is open up the refrigerator, and normally you get a nice practical light from there as well. We want to use this refrigerator for the shot, but the light in it is really bright and it doesn't really match any other practicals going on. So it's nice to be able to customize something like this. So what we're going to do is take some gaff tape, and we are going to, there's a bug in there. Let me redo this one. Get out of there, fly. And we're going to tape these little sensor things right there. That'll get rid of that, and then that way we can place our own tube light inside and control exactly the temperature and the brightness that we need for our scene. So here we are with the house lights on, and it's still looking really boring. So one way we can fix that is by turning out the house lights themselves. We still have this one practical source way over here. This light's coming off a little bright, and the intensity is a little too much, I think, for what we're gonna build. So normally we use the practicals as our starting point and we build off of them, but for this instance, since this is so bright, I think we should probably replace it with a Godox TL30, and we'll go from there. So we want to replace this really bright lamp in our scene. So the best way to do that is to grab a Godox TL30. This light is very small and portable, and I can actually match that color temperature of that lamp, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do here. I'm going to turn it down to about 3000 Kelvin, and then I can place this light within here, and then I can turn this thing off, and now we have a nice source that still looks motivated in our scene. Now we're back at the fridge where it had this really bright practical light inside, and we wanted to get rid of that, so with some gaff tape we got rid of it, and now we're going to add a Godox TL60 tube light. This will fit in there perfect. I think we can conceal it back behind some stuff, and what I want is the color temperature to match the color temperature of the other light that we just placed. So I have this one set at 3000 Kelvin, and the brightness I'm going to actually increase to 70% or so, and we will place that back here. Let's see how that looks once we get our picture up. So this light can easily place right back here. And now we have full control over the lighting that's coming from inside the fridge. Now we're going to put a Godox TL60 underneath the cabinet. And we can do this by just simply taping it, just because the light's so light, but it fits perfectly under here. And from there, I'm able to control it with the Godox Light app on my phone. What we wanted to do here was make it a blue color to really contrast with the warm tones coming out of the fridge and the other light over here. So that way you get very complementary colors, and it looks really nice in the scene. So now that we've added a blue TL60 underneath the cabinet here, we've moved over here and we placed another TL60 under here. And we did this one blue as well to match the same one. And this creates symmetry and balance within your scene. So now we have our contrasting colors happening in the room. We've got the warm tones from the fridge. Over here, we've got the blue underneath the cabinets, but it's still looking a little empty right here in the middle. So what we wanted to do was add another Godox TL60 tube light, this time match the color tones of the fridge and the light over here. And with the app, I can quickly turn that on and it illuminates the perimeter of the window here really nicely. The kitchen had some really cool windows that we wanted to utilize. So what we did is we brought a light outside, and using the Godox SZ150R, I'm able to light that one up and illuminate the windows themselves. So we found a tone that actually matched the fridge and the other light from the inside. And we shine that through these windows just to give the windows a little more illumination and to really make them pop. So what's really nice about being able to control the lights with the app is I can simply kick the lights on or modify them however I need to while still looking at my shot in real time. And it really is a very useful tool while filming on set. Not only is lighting making your scene more cinematic, but so is the camera move. So that's one thing to always consider, is just even a slight movement will really help your scene come to life. All right, so for this next setup, we wanted to take a simple action and make a very dramatic scene out of it just by changing the lighting. So what we liked about this area of the house was that we could have the subject be right here in the center, and it also allowed us to have 3 layers of depth, and we can color contrast each layer to really make it look high-end. Another nice thing about this area in the house is that it had a lot of these practical lamps everywhere. So what we did is we took Godox lights to help complement these practicals to create even more layers within our scene. So to create depth within our scene, we wanted to light the back patio through the window. So to do this, we used a Godox SZ150R. I quickly was able to dial in the RGB mode to a cool purple tone, and it really complements the rest of the scene really nicely. So once our practicals were set, there was one light in particular that really stood out, and it was this pink Love Neon. And the pink in this light really helped motivate the rest of the lighting in the scene. So once we established that we really liked the pink tone from this light right here, we wanted to expand it to the lower room. So we came down here and we took 2 Godox TL60 tube lights and we put them in a pink color, and it matched the Love Neon from this other room. And it created depth down here in this lower environment and allowed us to create shape and dimension and just draw interest to other parts of the room. So in addition to the TL60 tube lights on the ground, we wanted to come over here and illuminate this little contraption here. And we took a TL30, which we easily placed in here. We wanted this light to complement the same tone that is on the patio. So this helps create even more depth behind the subject and also creates balance for the same light that we're using outside. So to add an additional layer of even more depth, we wanted to add a Godox LD150R panel light into the back room, and we left the door open because this just complemented the warm lights that were happening in the scene. So from here, we wanted to give our subject a nice back light, and this light helps separate her from the background. So what we did is we raised the ML60 up high, added a softbox and a grid. And this helps keep the light just contained to the subject. So that way the daylight balance from this light helps separate her from all the other color tones happening in the background. And so for the final light, we wanted a key light for our subject. So this is usually the first light that you place within your scene, but because our motivated light was the pink light and we wanted to create a lot of depth, we wanted her to look more natural in the environment. So this light, we were able to use a Godox TL60. We wanted to bounce it off of the wall so that way it creates soft lighting across her face. Hopefully this episode helps you the next time that you use color contrast lighting for your scene. Godox offers a one-stop solution for all your filmmaking needs. From lights, to monitors, to audio, to stands, to grip and staging essentials, they've definitely thought of everything. And do you like free stuff? Godox is giving away a product every episode. For your chance to win, all you need to do is answer the following question in the comments below. What is your favorite film that uses color contrast? Tell us why you like it. Also, be sure to like and subscribe for more tutorials. Thank you so much for tuning in to Godox Film Lighting 101. We'll see you next time. Until then, happy filmmaking.